airport again, guys. 5:40 a.m. and we're heading out to LA. So last we spoke, we were at DFW International Airport and it was 5:45 a.m. Well, it's 6:45 a.m. in the morning and we landed in Las Vegas. Yeah. I was expecting our layover to be about 50 minutes maybe, and instead it's turned out to be 5 hours and 4 minutes. So we have 5 hours to kill. I really wasn't expecting to kill 5 hours of time in Vegas, but not gonna lie, definitely gonna take advantage of it. I'm a little tired. I slept on the plane for a couple hours, but I'm still a little tired, but not tired enough to not jump on the tables. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm thinking about heading to Aria. This guy's in a rush. That being said, I'm headed to the Strip. Since I've been here to the Aria Casino. Just got dropped off. About to go put my name on the poker list. Fine for the max. See how we do. Always smells good in here. Every time I come in here, always smells good. I keep it clean. I like that. All right. Let's get off this camera before somebody tells me something. Next time you'll see me, it'll be on the poker table. Let's go.
That's probably good enough, right?
First hand at our pit stop here at the Aria Poker Room in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we have Ace King offsuit in the under the gun position. I pop it up to $15 and I get 3 callers from cutoff, small blind, and big blind. Not really the ideal situation, but money's in the pot. Let's go. Flop comes out 5, 10, 6, rainbow. Checks to me and I see bet for 45. I have no problem taking this pot down now, but looks like small blind has other plans in mind and makes the call. Going heads up to the turn, which is the 9 of diamonds. I have here in my notes that there is no flush to worry about as all the suits are on the board. Music to my ears, small blind checks, and I decide to check here. Looking back, this is probably a mistake on my part. I should be leading out here for a decent amount, maybe a half-size pot bet or even 2/3 just to take the board down as we only have 2 overs still. As played, I check. River comes the Jack of clubs. This is definitely a bad card as hands such as Queen 8 has improved to a straight. If my opponent checks to me, I will be betting out here with aggression to take the pot down. Instead, small blind is the aggressor and leads out for $60. To me, this screams value. Looks like he improved on the river, probably had some type of Queen Jack type hand, even King Jack type of holding. I don't think I would be beating anything except for a bluff, so decided to fold here and pick a better spot. Alrighty, on to the next one. Next end up, we have Queen Jack offsuit in the small blind. Limps a couple of ways to the button, and he pops it to $13. I go ahead and make the call, and so does middle position. 3 ways to a promising flop of 10, 9, ace, rainbow. Quite a good board for our hand as we are open-ended with any 8 or king improving us to the straight. I decided on a check because I noticed the button has chips in his hand. He's definitely eager to lead out here. I checked, middle position checks, and sure enough, button throws out a bet of $13. I go ahead and make the easy call, and middle position folds. Heads up to the turn, which is the 7 of spades. Hoping to improve on the river, which we do not. It comes out the 7 of hearts. There's no way we're going to win here. Most likely our opponent has some kind of small pair such as 6s or 5s. The only thing that makes sense to me is to bluff at this board. So I throw out a bet of $30, hoping that this comes off as a value bet. That way it entices my opponent to fold. Well, he's in the tank. He's thinking it through. He's not too sure. And it really looks like he's going to fold, but instead he tosses in the chip for a call. I say nice call and I show my hand and he shows 9-4 offsuit. This guy is playing with any 2 cards. Great to get the information, but disappointing with the result. All I can say is nice hand, bro. Nice hand. On to the next one. These next couple of hands, we go up against an opponent who we will refer to as the talker. Pretty self-explanatory. This dude never stops talking. Moving along, we have ace king offsuit in the under the gun 1 position. I raise it up to $16. Pretty standard raise here. The talker is my only caller. Heads up to a flop of 6-7 deuce with 2 diamonds. Pretty standard C bet here. I lead for $30. He folds. Nothing too exciting here. On to the next one. We have ace queen of hearts in the small blind. Limps a few ways to me, and I raise it up to $16. Folds to the talker, and he 3-bets me to $41. Folds back to me. Don't want to 4-bet. No reason to do that. I'll just make the call and play post flop. Heads up to the flop, which is 4-6-6. Not really a good board for a hand. We do have 2 overs, and that's about it. I go ahead and check to the aggressor. I know he'll be leading out here, and sure enough, he does for $30. I go ahead and make the call, seeing if we can improve on the turn. Turn comes out the 9 of diamonds. Once again, not a good card for us. I check to my opponent, pretty much giving up here. If he makes a sizable bet, I'll probably just fold. Instead, he says this.
I'll put you all in, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't think he's bluffing here, and there's so much that I'm losing to as opposed to what I'm beating. Ultimately, I decide on a fold. Look to pick a better spot. It's not like I'm going to be dealt ace queen again. Alrighty, on to the next one. Well, it looks like I was wrong because we get dealt ace queen of hearts once again. But this time I'm in the hijack. Limps a few ways to me, and I pop this to $15. I get 4 callers from the cutoff, button, small blind, and middle position. Going 4 ways to a flop, and the flop comes out queen deuce 4 with 2 spades. Much better of a board for our hand as we have top pair, top kicker. The talker, who happens to be in the small blind, throws out a bet of $25. No need for me to slow play here as I only have about $107 left in my stack. The only thing that makes sense to me is a shove. That's what I do. I shove my remaining stack in there, folds all the way back to him, and he makes the quick call. Little worrisome there as he's not getting away from his hand. Let's see if we can improve. The turn comes out a 7, the river another 7.
I think I got you, sir.
So all we have here is 2 pair. And sure enough, our opponent shows pocket deuces. That's right, he flopped a set and rivered a boat. Not really the best outcome for us, and pretty sad that we lose our remaining stack to our nemesis, the talker. Just gotta shake it off. We reload for $200. On to the next one. I finally get dealt a premium pair with pocket queens in the under the gun position. I raise it up to $15, folds all the way to the hijack. He makes the call. Cut off, she 3-bets to $35. A 4-bet is in order, and I make it $75 to go. Looking back, I probably should have made this around $90 to $95. Hijack goes ahead and makes the fold, and cut off flat calls. So we're going heads up to a flop, and the flop comes out 10 king 6 with 2 diamonds. Not really a great board for our hand. There's an overcard to our pair, and there's 2 diamonds on the board. So there's definitely a lot to worry about here. Gotta charge the max. All I have is about $106 remaining in my stack. So there's only one play I can take, and that is a shove. I go all in for my remaining stack. She tanks for a bit and decides on the call. We're running it out, hoping that we're good here. Turn comes out the 7 of hearts, and the river is the 9 of diamonds. What a horrible card for our hand. Couple of backdoor straight draws that get there, and the flush draw just got there just in case she was drawing. I go ahead and show my hand, and we scoop it. We are good. She kindly shows pocket jacks. We take a much needed double up. On to the next one. As you can see here, 62.1% of people that are watching my vlog have not subscribed. Please do me a favor, take the time, subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work putting these vlogs together. Also, stay tuned till the end. I show a little preview of the next upcoming vlog. We get pocket aces in the middle position. I raise it up to $15. Let's go. Hoping to build this pot up. Wait, where are you going? Why are you folding? Why are you folding? Why are you folding? That's right. Everyone folds. Unbelievable. I've been raising it up to $15 with all variety of hands, and the one time I get dealt these beautiful cards, and everyone folds. Unbelievable. About 30 or 40 minutes pass by, and we get dealt Queen Jack offsuit in the under the gun position. I decide to limp here. Looking back, I should either be raising or folding, but I'm kind of bored, so this is what I do. Folds all the way back to the small blind, who throws in the extra $2 and limps in, and big blind checks his option. So we're going 3 ways to a flop of 8 deuce 3 rainbow. Pretty dry board. All we have are 2 overs. When both of our opponents check to us, I decide to be cheap here and take my free turn card. The turn comes out the queen of diamonds, so it does improve us to top pair. However, the diamond flush draw has arrived now. Both of my opponents check to me again, and this time I throw out a bet of $10. Small blind folds, big blind is the only caller. Heads up to the river, which is the 4 of spades. Big blind checks to me again. I go ahead and put out a bet of $10. I figure this is a small enough bet that he'll be willing to make the call and not fold. And sure enough, he tanks for a bit and throws in the chips just out of curiosity. We show our hand and we are good. We take the spot down. Ace-7 offsuit in the small blind. Folds all the way to the cutoff. He thinks about folding but ends up throwing in the $3. I go ahead and limp for $2 more and big blind checks his option. We're going 3 ways to a flop of Ace-7-5 with 2 diamonds. Boom, baby. We hit top 2 pair. However, there is a flush draw on the board. I go ahead and check, which I think is a mistake. Big blind checks and cutoff leads out for $15. Thank you, cutoff, for betting. I go ahead and make the call, which looking back is definitely a mistake. I should be 3-betting here to around $40 to $45. But as played, I call. Big blind folds. Heads up to the turn. I'm hoping for a good card. And the turn comes out probably the worst card in the deck, the King of Diamonds. Now we're losing to any ace king and all the flush draws just got there. I go ahead and check to my opponent, looking to go into a check call mode. Cutoff hesitates as he was going to check, but then stops mid-air and then throws in $25. I don't believe him. Something's fishy, something's going on. I go ahead and make the call. Gonna see what happens on the river. The river comes out the 9 of hearts. I check, ready to get to showdown. I'm hoping he'll check behind, but instead he leads out for $40 now. His story isn't adding up. There's no way he has a flush. I'm thinking he had a 1 diamond type holding. I go ahead and toss in the call and he shows Ace-6. We scoop this pot with 2 pair and we're moving back up to even to where we need to be. Final hand of the vlog, and we have Ace-Queen of clubs in the small blind position. There is a raise from cutoff to $15. I make the call. Big blind calls, and we're going 3 ways to a flop. Looking back, I should have 3-bet here, made it about 45-50 to go, but as played, this is what I do. The flop comes out Ace-King-7. Not too bad of a board as we have top pair. I decided to play aggressively here and lead out for $45. Want to charge those weaker aces such as Ace-10, Ace-Jack. Big blind folds and cutoff goes all in. He has me covered, so it's either a call or a fold. I decided to make the call, running it out here. The turn comes a queen. What a beautiful card. We now improve to 2 pair and the river is a 9. The opponent shows me some heartbreaking news. He has Ace-King offsuit and scoops this pot. We bust out here. We're down $500 here when this whole time this is supposed to be a warm-up killing time session. Not really the best outcome for us here today. All right, so we'll have to make this outro quick because we don't have a lot of battery life. We have it plugged up to our charging pack. We're at like 2%. Just started charging. But this was one of those sessions that I did not fare very well. Pretty tough session. Lost nasty. And this is supposed to be just like a, you know, killing some time poker session. And it turned out to be a full-on out battle on the tables. And we did not come out victorious. We were in the game for $300, then we had to rebuy for an extra $200 throughout the session. So in for $500, out for a goose egg. Nothing. Yeah. I have an hour from my flight from here to Los Angeles to think it over, to, you know, relook at some of the content that I recorded, see what I could do differently, and just be ready. I'm just gonna be transparent with this session. I'm gonna most likely make a vlog out of it. Gotta show the wins and the losses. I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. I guess we can call this part 1 if you want to call it that. Please leave a like and subscribe. Show your support. I'd really appreciate it. All right, take care. Peace.